want answers?
I think I'm entitled to.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Zero Dark 30 busting out of the bunker. John here with the Prepared Mind channel. Welcome back, everyone. Yes, indeed. We have some big troubles, and I've got a topic for you that is going to make absolutely terrifying sense if you think about it, not just for its, shall we say, short-term ramifications, but its long-term implications. What are we discussing? Well, it's a cancer, but it's not a medical cancer. No, it's a technological cancer. We, as a people, as a nation, as a society, as a culture, have become technology reliant. Look at me right now. Zero Dark 30, broadcasting live out into the ether. And it's being recorded. Someone's recording it, Jolene. And then it's going to be distributed, not just locally, not just nationally, but internationally, set up through a series of complicated network interconnections. And if you want to watch it first, you've got to be a part of the preparedmind.club or subscribestar.com. Right? We use two. We have redundant broadcast channels. And then everything goes out to YouTube later, right? Tech. Well, I said there's a cancer, right? There's a disease, there's an illness, there's a weakness, there's a breakdown. And so I'm likening this technology cancer to something that's a little closer to home for us is carbon-based life forms. That's right, folks, we're carbon. And what do the rich people want to do? What do the Davos guys want to do? They want to tax carbon. They want to stop carbon. They want to end carbon. They want to punish carbon. Carbon bad. Well, we're carbon life forms, and we don't like cancer. So what am I talking about? What is this cancer? Well, I'm talking about the GPS outage. Massive outages in Texas, near the nation's third largest military base. Right, Fort Hood, the Waco, Texas area. GPS, that's Global Positioning System. Right, Global Positioning System. That is, where is everything and where is everything and where is everything relative to geographical boundaries, layouts, maps. They're shutting down GPS. GPS is used, folks, for all kinds of things. It's not just finding yourself on a map and Easter egg hunting. But it's a weak spot, and it's being exploited. It's being brought down. Now, we can all guess, well, as they shut down airports, when they shut down runways, because GPS in certain areas is failing. Well, there we go. There's your connection to real life. It's not just for finding treasure in a treasure hunt game. GPS is about our airport system, right? Our infrastructure. And it is, for some reason, it's being affected. And the powers that be, the administrators, those in charge, the executives are saying, they don't know what's causing it. Well, shouldn't they know what's causing it? I mean, how hard can it be to know what is causing it to come down? Is it internal internet interference? Is it mechanical station breakdown, right? Site breakdown? Is it external interference? Is it aliens? Okay. So when you, as a human being, as a carbon-based life form, face a disease, if the disease attacks a strong point, our system defeats it pretty much instantly, right? If you were another country trying to gain a footing in America, are you going to go right up to the Marines at Camp Pendleton, knock on their door and say, hey, let's have a fight right here? No, no, no. You wouldn't do that at Fort Hood. You wouldn't do it to any military base. You wouldn't just walk up and say, let's pick a fight, because, right, that's going to cause an ass kicking. So what do we have, right? When we get cancer, folks, a cancer doesn't attack our strongest point, our strengths. Cancer and disease goes after weaknesses. Weaknesses. Right? They attack the weak because that provides the biggest opportunity for exploitation and growth, right? Cancer growth. Well, the same goes for the military as our health. The same goes for everything. We're under attack. The leadership in Davos, if we want to call them leadership, right? The oligarchy of the West, the billionaires, the uber rich are pushing their agenda, the Great Reset. And they're pissing off Russia and China, and they're causing a war because they need their fourth turning. They need their Great Reset. Right? They want to affect the world and push it in their direction. So they're causing a fight, and now the fight is coming home to roost. There are cyber attacks. There are economic attacks or warfare techniques, if you will. There are all sorts of attacks that are occurring. It's not just military. It's not on the front. They're not attacking the strong point. They're finding weaknesses. For years, our enemies in America have been probing our system, probing the banking system, using the internet, but also finding weak points in the internet, the energy infrastructure, the electrical infrastructure, right? Bridges, roads, and highways. They're finding weaknesses everywhere. Oh, but banking, folks, banking affects all of us. They've affected communications. They've taken down communications network, and GPS is part of that. So when cancer wants to invade a host organism, it's not going to go up and knock on the front door of the strongest resistance. What it's going to do is find a weak point. It's going to get in. It's going to infiltrate. It's going to grow. Then it's going to spread. That is precisely the risk we face right now. There's a cancer. This attack down in Texas. And they claim they don't know what's going on. Or they're allowing this to happen and pretending they don't know what's going on. Either way, it's having a corrosive effect on our infrastructure, our communication system, our ability to do business on a daily level, but it's very small. Right? But that's how cancer starts. You can't see cancer when it first starts with your naked eye, but you can detect the symptoms it causes. The symptoms, right? I'm not feeling so good today. I'm a little sluggish. I can't see. My vision's blurry. I feel a little tired. Those are symptoms, not the problem, but the symptoms caused by the illness. Until it gets to a point where you can't get out of bed, or you're completely blinded, or you're out of breath. And then you're like, okay, now we've got a huge problem. By that point, folks, by the time everyone recognizes the problem, it's out of control and it is a full-on health crisis. Well, we're seeing these little symptoms, are we not? These little symptoms. Oh, banking shut down. Oops. Internet stalled. Now GPS. It's very much a technology cancer. Now, are they going to cure it? Now that the symptoms have gotten bad enough that they can see them and everyone knows it and it's very obvious, are they going to take action? If not, folks, they're going to keep exploiting, they meaning foreign, shall we say, power, or our domestic enemies who want to see us collapse and be crushed. That's the risk we face, folks. That's the SHTF we prepare for. What are these people up to? Bring down the GPS system, bring down the cell system, Who relies on that? Well, airports, John, you already said so. Well, people, right, traveling about, trying to use their GPS to find their locations. We don't have to have that. Well, who else uses GPS? The military. That's right, the military. What do they use it for? For fucking hunting Easter eggs? No. Right? For moving and locating troops and equipment on the battlefield. For targeting and guidance systems in munitions, artillery, as well as ships in the Navy, airplanes in the air, right? Our fighter jets rely on computer-controlled networks. We need to be very careful and very aware of the potentials these people are causing. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, and a means of self-defense. This plan right here. Are you prepared? Semper Fi and Godspeed to you all.